What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and you know what? I've been doing these random rants lately, and you guys seem to really love it, so I'm going to try doing them a little bit more often. And today, we have a real problem to discuss. There is a cancer that's definitely infecting gaming, and it's driving me absolute crazy. Let me start off with a short story. When I was in high school, my best friend's mom was like a flight attendant or something. They had this huge house, and since she was always on trips, we would use this house to have all sorts of gaming parties. We'd run cords down into the hallway, connect them all together, and play games against each other all day long. Halo, Rainbow Six, Splinter Cell, which, yes, did have versus multiplayer back in the day, and it was fun. It was really fun. But something else we would do is occasionally people would save up and buy a random game and be playing it in one of the side rooms. So you just walk in and someone would be playing something weird and different that you've never seen or heard of. One of those games was Phantom Dust. This is something I grew to fall in love with. It's like a card game with destructible environments, and every time you pick up a card, it gives you a new magic ability, like shooting laser beams or putting up an energy shield. So recently, when I heard that they were going to be remastering it on the Xbox One, obviously I was pretty dang hyped. But now I've actually tried it, and it's built on microtransactions. Yes, that's right. A card game that originally was just sold in a box and looked all cool and epic is now built around tiny, free-to-play mechanics. It's become basically a horrible cell phone game on consoles. This is becoming far too common. Every game is getting microtransactions needlessly shoved in, and I think that this could become a humongous problem going forward in gaming. Let me explain why. I think that the more you push gamers, the more you try and get each individual gamer to spend more than $60 on a game, they're going to get tired of gaming. Let's look at something that came out last week. Injustice 2. This game is nearly perfect. It's super fast, easy to learn, has really deep fighting mechanics. Everything about it is so well balanced and so well done, including the story mode. But when you want to upgrade your character, it's also possible to swipe your credit card and get additional loot boxes. You can buy stuff that's not just cosmetic. This drives me up the wall. They're clearly trying to maximize their profit per person that they basically trick into buying their game. Why is it that things are no longer just buy once, enjoy forever? I understand the concept of things like subscription fees. If I'm playing World of Warcraft, I understand paying $15 a month. Not only are they creating new patches and upkeeping millions of servers, that's a very online-focused experience. Why are you basically creating a subscription fee to keep up in something like Injustice 2? A game where Batman and Superman are punching each other in the nards. It's just mind-blowing to me that they think that this business model won't eventually implode. But seriously, they think that this is the wave of the future. Just a couple days ago, Ubisoft had an investor call. Basically, what they're doing is they're telling the people who pay their bills how they plan on maximizing their numbers going forward. And something they said that really freaks me out is that they said specifically, they said these exact words, going forward, we're going to try and produce less games, but have more microtransactions. They want to seriously make it where every time they get somebody to buy an Assassin's Creed or a Ghost Recon, they'll be able to get them to buy and buy and buy. Lock them into a model where they're just going to continuously purchase content for that one game. That way they can just trick them into not playing anything else. This seems like such a harmful, exhaustive measure. There are some games that do this well. I thought that Halo 5 did that in a cool way. Buying those little booster packs ended up creating a bunch of free DLC. The more people bought and supported their game, the more maps they'd produce, and the more weird character skins. That was really cool, but I don't think that Ubisoft is going to be doing that. Right now we're at a crossroads. Are they going to find a way to make games more expensive, or just find new ways to trick people into spending additional money? Now, this is a weird problem. People are still selling games for $60, but let's be honest, they cost a lot more than $60 per person to create. Games are supposed to probably be realistically like $80. And I'm saying that just because of how much it costs to make a game now. That's why they're trying to push not only pre-orders, but limited editions now. Every single game has like 15 limited editions. Like if you're buying Watch Dogs, it's like the super ultimate bandana handjob edition is like something you can pre-order for $200. They need these people to buy that. Same thing with even Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda not only was trying to get you to buy the game, but they were talking about a season pass before the game even came out. I think that they're going to be supplementing all these weird tactics with season passes are probably going to fade away, and microtransactions are going to come even more to the forefront. And I think that this could really, really hurt all of gaming. You're going to create a culture where people are supposed to get one game and play it for months and months and months and months and months, and when they run out of money, they stop playing it. I don't think that's a good method of doing it. This seems like such a dangerous thing in my opinion. Gaming depends on ingenuity. We always need fresh ideas and fresh things coming into the system. You need an indie game that's going to teach you about time travel. You need a giant AAA release like Shadows of Mordor that's going to make you question how you view Lord of the Rings. This constant upping of the ante, pushing the envelope, trying to challenge us to see things in new ways, that is very vital. In fact, I'd say it's mandatory. But microtransactions are a totally different problem. What they make us do is they try and get us to see games as a one-time thing. You buy one game, you play it for months and months and months and months until you absolutely basically run out of money, and then you're forced to buy the next thing that will milk you and milk you and milk you. They try and lock you into cycles of buy, reward. Get this small thing, get slightly better at the game, spend more money, get even better. This is how they're going to probably try and approach all future games, and it's freaking me out. I don't just care that Assassin's Creed's gonna have microtransactions. Whatever, Ubisoft, they love microtransactions. But what's really gonna drive me crazy is when they're realistically gonna be games where you buy the $60 version of the game, and then if you don't pay an additional $10, the best stuff is unobtainable. Because I guarantee you that's gonna happen. There's gonna be a time where you buy an Assassin's Creed, and you can upgrade your wrist blade to be super, super good, but there's gonna be like a target that's across the map, and the only way to get it is to pay like $5 to get a rope launcher so you can get across the river and get to him. If you think they're not going to do that, you're crazy. This is very possibly the future of gaming. They need more money. Right now, games are just not making enough to keep them happy. They're spending $100 million per project, and they're no longer happy earning $200 million off each one of them. I will be absolutely shocked if something like Destiny 2 isn't just flooded with microtransactions. I bet every skin shader, every single time you want to try and modify your gun, anything they can do to try and milk you for those extra couple cents, they're definitely going to do. So what we need to do to try and combat that is flat out refuse. Loudly and clearly say that not only are you not going to pay for microtransactions, you're openly against them. Let people know that if you're paying to win, you're not really enjoying the game. This just seems like something that will end up hurting all of us. I definitely see a future where eventually there will be games you buy, and that's the only one you ever buy. You buy a game that's just called Assassin's Creed, and each year they come out with giant DLC updates that change the map a little bit and a bunch of microtransactions to make it where you get new gear and new weapons and new targets. This is what I fear will be the new future, and more than that, I fear that this will cause the next market crash. I don't think people are willing to deal with that. Personally, I'm not. I want a game that's as complete as possible. Downloadable content, totally fine with it. Some of the best stuff I've ever played is expansion stuff. But you know what? DLC is totally different from microtransactions, and they're trying to blur the lines more and more, and I just don't want to stand for it. Well, this has been another gaming rant by DreamcastGuy. Thanks so much for watching. These are super fun to make. Just a heads up, I'm planning on doing a bunch of these the week of E3. Each time there's a press conference, I'm going to immediately watch the live stream of it and then make a video talking about what I thought of it, what was the good games, what was the horrible fuck-ups, and so it should be a lot of fun. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for that and give this video a like. If you want me to keep doing these rants, let me know what you want me to talk about in the comments, and keep dreaming. I'm still not super used to doing these rant videos. They're really fun to make. They really are. I just got to get used to sitting on the camera and talking for like 20 minutes. Oh, hey, I was just playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto on my Darth Vader PSP. Are you curious what I'm going to come out with next? Well, if you click this button, you'll be subscribed to be the first to know. Also, if you click over here and here, you can see my latest review and my latest top 10. I promise, it was super good. or it was really bad and I'm sure you can just make fun of me in the comments. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching.